Build a beard.
Build a beard.
Build a beard and backlashes. Yo, we're going to be in all the spots. We're taking over for the 2022 and 23.
Y'all are wild.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Back on a Friday night. This is my second one this week, so they're working me hard. Today, we have Miss Mamie Beats. MSMAYMIBEATS. And this one is highly anticipated. So right before we jump into everything, because I've never spoken to Mamie before. I just talked to her 2 minutes ago. So her and I both have a confession. We both nervous. And I'm always nervous before my shows. So y'all show her some love in the comments and in the heart section. And if you want to show me some love, you can show me some love too. So, Mamie, I'm saying your name right?
It's exactly right. You're saying it right. It's Mamie.
Okay, cool. What's up with you?
A whole bunch of sunshine over here. I'll take it.
Hey,
Whole bunch of sunshine over here.
that's what's up. Sunshine and rainbows. That makes me think about I think they say something like that on the movie Trolls. You ever seen the movie Trolls?
No, I don't think I like trolls.
You don't like Trolls?
Trolls like those little men?
No, not the scary ones. I'm talking
Oh.
about like the cartoon. It's a kids movie.
I probably, you know what? Okay, so yes, I did look at cartoons when I was little, but I grew out of them really fast. So trolls,
Oh, okay.
I think I remember what you're talking about with the hair.
Yeah, the treasure trolls, but they made a movie out of them or whatever. Oh, okay. Yeah, they kind of like fun and sunshine and rainbow. That's what it made me think about. That's neither here nor there.
Baby Teletubbies.
Oh, Teletubbies. Yeah. That's kind of what they are. Oh man. So I got a bunch of topics I want to get into with you. But for starters, I just want to tell you, like, when I think it was either Melissa or Lily. I think it was Melissa told me to go to your page. I was like, oh my God, like I've never seen anything like this. Like, how did she do this? So when y'all are done watching this live, go follow her, y'all. She has some beautiful makeup work, right? But for starters, we're gonna allow her to enlighten us, non-makeup people, and someone who may be a beginner. We're just gonna get her to give us some advice, right? So, and I'm a man, so I get to answer from a man's point of view. Right? That's the fun stuff, right? But in general, like, what advice would you give to someone who's a beginner but really has a passion for makeup?
Okay. So I'm going to speak from the passion point of view. Usually they aren't beginners. It's already within you. You just have to, someone, or in my case, it was someone, or it has to come out. It wiggles its way out of you. Creativity wiggles its way out of you. So I'm going to speak from the passion point of view. My mother is the artist. My mother is the one who can draw anybody underneath of a table. And if you lived in the DMV or the DC area, I'm going to say like in the 80s, all of the 80s, and probably most of the early 90s, my mama was probably the one drawing on your birthday cakes. She was probably the one. But in turn, I think I've kind of always had like a creative streak. I've always stayed in something, doing something, even from like elementary school, but it stays with you. Someone notices it, something in you, like I said, it comes out of you, it pours out of you, and you don't even know that it's there. But then you know that you have to do something about it. You have to always do something. If you feel like you always have to do something in the same realm of whatever that creativity is, that is the past. That is your passion.
Mm. So that kind of throws me off track, but because I got another question I want to ask you, right? So, do you feel like the makeup or doing makeup like pushes you, right? Because I asked that because like with rap, no matter how much I try to get away from it or avoid it, I'll be like, nah, I'm good. Something always comes. It's like the universe is like, nobody. I have a verse for you, and it's just for you. So, do you feel that same way?
I do. I do. And I'm going to tell you now, the creative side of me, I prayed for this. The creative side
Mm.
of me. I have begun to tell the story more often, but I was doing beauty makeup. And I was mainly doing like weddings. I say G&O girls night out if someone had to go somewhere. But I wasn't in the practice of doing it consistently. I was doing hair. I was a hairstylist. That was my bread and butter. Makeup wasn't making me any money. I had corporate people.
Mm.
They didn't want makeup. They didn't even want their eyebrows arched. They didn't want it.
Wow.
And so it wasn't until, I'm gonna say, I've been in Baltimore 4 years. It's been 4 years, but I'll probably say since about, it was at the end of 2019 when all of this just started coming to me, and I have to do something about it. It's just recent. I don't draw. I don't draw on paper.
How? How is that?
If
How is
if you
that
need
possible?
if you need about 20 stick figures in a group and some trees behind it, I could do that. But it's like when it comes to me, I can put it on your body. I can look at a picture and put it on you, but I would have to put it on your body in order for it to come out. It doesn't relate well on paper. And I'm pushing. You know, I would love to sit at my mom's feet if she had patience for me, but it just doesn't relate well on paper.
That's amazing to me because you did one where like you drew like Charlie Brown,
Yeah,
like
I
on
was
the upper
drawn.
part of your chest.
That's because I'm looking at some. So if I sat down, if you told me, uh, give me a bush with two cars behind it, I would be like, what? I would be like, what? Are the wheels flat? Oh, it's something. My mind just keep turning. It doesn't relate well on paper. But looking at the Charlie Brown, all the pictures that I get inspiration from, I study them for like a day or two, maybe even longer. But I study them, and then it just seems like I get it in my mind. I can do this. My mind and my hands, they start going, and I can get it out of me. It just comes out.
Mm, wow. My wife said you belong in Hollywood doing sci-fi movies or horror films. Facts, right?
Tell her thank you so much
She hear
because
you. I'm sure she's been waiting for this interview. She's been waiting for probably 4 or 5 weeks.
I pray for that often. That one eyeball is shifted to my page or my work that can do something about it. Put me in the right
Mm,
direction. Give me the right person to speak to. I mean, like this year, I'm just inviting all healthy relationships, whether it's with men, women, in relationship, like as far as like, girl, man and woman. But at the same time, I'm just inviting anything healthy that's going to help me go forward.
I'm with you 100%. That's where I am too. Let me ask you this, because um, I'm kind of interested in just how do you blend the colors so well? And I don't really know how to ask the question, but like if I was a beginner and I was like, "Yo, I like your eyes," like say you got green and blue together,
Yeah.
how does a beginner understand how to blend the colors so well as you do?
Um, First, I would say get familiar with like what colors do. So, like you have your primary colors, you have yellow, blue, and red. And then you have your
Hmm.
secondary colors, which is green, violet, or purple, and orange, right? And then you have tertiary colors, which is the third set of colors that we really don't have, but we make them, right? So you find out what colors blend well together. And there's a technique that we use, colorists, artists, what have you. It's the technique that we use is either a back and forth method that's real
Hmm.
fast, and the colors will start to blend. They're touching each other and blending. And you can even try it in a straight line. That's one way, or you could just simply diffuse the color one at a time. So if you're diffusing the color one at a time, it begins to mesh together, or you could do the back and forth method really quick. But it has to be quick. You can't do this. You're gonna have a big dot, a big dot, a big dot. Or if you can go back and forth really quick with the brush. But you really should have the right tools to do those things. And that'll help. It's either diffuse or blend really quickly.
Okay, got it. I got diffuse or blend quickly. So the next time my 5-year-old asks me to do her eye makeup, I'll be diffusing or blending quickly to make sure I do it right.
Blend quickly. No heavy dots.
Oh, so what do the dots end up? One on this side and one on that side?
It would exactly look like that.
Okay. One of the questions from the audience want to know: do you do birthday parties or other special occasions?
I can. And I will say this: I haven't done any kid parties, and the reason why I have not, because this started out as a hobby, or just trying to see what I can do, right? So I have all the equipment to do like kids and stuff, but in my adult mind, babies, they don't really stay still. So I'm so very anal in a sense about how I want my looks to come out, and I'm not the slowest one, but kids, you need to do their work quick.
Yeah, they get the moving
oh yeah
around.
They want to know, what does it look like, mom? Right. But yeah, I would love to do some kids, but I want my patients to be tested with some babies. Yeah, I do.
Oh, well, I got some babies you can work on, so we'll have to hook that up. They love stuff like that. So
oh yeah.
Let me ask you this, something that I'm just curious about, right? The makeup industry, as far as you know, right?
Yeah.
Is it a favorable industry for Black women?
Yes. Heavily on the beauty side. Heavily on the beauty side. As far as the creative work, there are only 4 Black women who are literally legit on paper known as a special effects artist, or this like or I'll say like sci-fi makeup, right? There are only 4. Only two of them make over $475,000 a job. So only 4 are noticed, but only 2 of the 4 make $475,000 a pop. So whatever movie, they can start their price right there.
So we need to get you on.
Yeah, I need to go up yonder. I need to get up there. Yeah. And looking into doing special effects artistry and stuff like that, let me tell you, I'm like homegrown in a sense. I'm self-taught. And so understandably, they want to have someone on paper. They want to know what school you went to. They want to know if there's one artist who has a school in Pennsylvania. He's in Pennsylvania. His name is Tom Savini. You would be amazed at how many movies he has done. Todd Tucker, he came to my page. I know no one will probably know who Todd Tucker is. Todd Tucker is the man who actually did the stunts in Deadpool. He actually did the makeup. Chucky, the new Chucky series, Deadpool, a lot of the dead like zombie movies and stuff. That is the guy. And when he came to my page and was like going through let me tell you, my mouth dropped, drool came out, eyes were red from crying. I was calling people and they was like, who is that? I'm just like, okay. But I have to understand, like, I'm in the whole like different little I'm in a whole different room now, like what I'm doing. So I have to explain to people, but yeah, it's only 4 Black women and 2 of them make $475,000 a pop.
So we're gonna do everything we can to get you noticed, right? Kind of like, you know, the lottery. But anytime you post something, we're gonna share it. We're gonna push you out there.
I would
Somebody in the
appreciate that.
audience, BG Diva 34 wants to know: do you have classes on certain techniques?
That is my sister, by the way.
Oh, what up, sis? That's like your real sister, like your
That's my
like
real
sister,
sister.
sister.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
my
what up,
blood and
sis?
bone
How
sister.
you?
I do beauty classes. As far as the creative side, some people are afraid to touch that. They don't believe that their creativity can push forward in it. And I can try to encourage all the while. You know, I'll help you. But ultimately it really does have to start in your heart and relate to your mind that you could actually see yourself doing this if you want to do it. But the creative side, not so much. But the beauty side, yes, I do give classes, brow classes, blending classes, foundation, color matching, everything. Yeah.
Okay, so this might be sensitive to some people, but this question is specifically for me and me alone, right?
Okay. Okay.
So, and I'm a man, so it's a man's perspective.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, you have really long lashes, right? And they look really well.
Mm-hmm.
But I see other women out and about, and they have these really long lashes, but they look like bats are like flapping around, right? Right? And I just be like, why I look like her eyelids doing push-ups? So my question is, and I'm not a very judgmental person, I just be like, her eyelids doing push-ups. So I guess I'm trying to figure out, like, how do you get the full lash look without it looking like bats?
Yeah. So I feel attacked. I feel attacked.
Not you. Your choice look good though.
But you catch me on a good day, I'm gonna wear that big fluffy joint. I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna put that big joint on.
But the joint.
Yes, it doesn't look like that to you guys. It don't
Yes,
look
it
like
do.
that to y'all.
Man, look, man. What was I at? I was somewhere the other day, and I went in to order some food or something. I was at CVS, and I said, "Her eyelid stronger than Schwarzenegger." Yeah, it's like this joint's like strong. It is like I know her eyes over wider than that, yo.
I'm about to take up for my sisters right now.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you go
I'm
ahead,
gonna
do your
throw this
thing,
voice on you.
but
I'm taking up for my
let me.
sisters right now. That we're not doing it for you guys. We like it, love it, and we want to wear it. Like, we don't say nothing about y'all jeans that can like have like a belt. We don't say anything about like y'all tight track jackets. We don't, I mean, if it's gonna fit, it's gonna fit. But when that baby is like, you about to bust the zipper or the thread beside the zipper, or you know, stuff like that, or like y'all, we don't do that. We don't do that. But y'all just take some men just take a focus on like the lash. And knowing darn well, men are not looking at this. Men don't look at this.
Yes, we do.
No, you look at it when you want to talk about our lash. But our lash isn't bothering anyone.
Absolutely.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you.
Oh, I know y'all gonna stick up for, you
Or your
must admit,
beards.
right?
The
Oh
beards,
I keep
the
this
beards
my
that are
grumpy joint.
unable.
Oh.
They're unable. They are unable to grow fully. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It's my sister did. But yeah, it's like, you know, some women, I'm gonna speak for myself. I like to look different. I change my look often. And sometimes, most of the time I don't wear makeup. But I'll put on a big booty lash. That's a heavy lash, but ultimately we're not doing it for men.
Yeah, so I'm glad you. So, well, hold up. Let's go back because I'm glad you said that because that was actually one of my questions that I want to go deeper into that. But to square things away, I'm sure like when you see the dudes with the scruffy beards or the tight jackets, you'd be like, "Come on, dog."
I'd be like this. I don't look. I look
You look
away.
away.
I look
You see
away.
it and then you look away. That's all I'm saying about the lashes. I'd be like, okay.
And I do understand some that is probably more geared toward or pushed toward like the younger women.
Mm.
They want to see how big, how long, how fluffy, how curly. They want to do it. And I see it a lot here in Baltimore. I'm not bothered. When I first got here, I was like, Lord, girl. But
Right.
I'm kind of used to seeing it. I like them sometimes with different looks, but yeah, I like them.
Oh, okay, so I'm glad we squared that away. Scruffy beards and bat lashes. Bat lashes, that's hot.
You
We
know
should
what?
start a brand. Do they
Well,
have a brand called Bat Lashes?
you don't went too far. No, let's go.
Hey,
You say bat lashes.
yeah,
We're gonna call the beard line
yeah. We could do
that
that. Joint
we're gonna call
venture.
them bashful beards. Because
Hey,
those
look,
joints are afraid to grow.
yeah.
Bashful
What do you think
beards.
about my joint? How's my joint? My joint is okay. It's all right. It's got a little bit scruffy. You know what I'm saying? It connect though. I got a little couple dead zones, but it connect. You know what I'm saying? But look though.
I'm looking
So,
away.
oh,
No,
don't
just
look
kidding.
away. Don't do that to me. Build a beard.
Build a beard.
Build a beard and bat lashes. Yo, we're going to be in all the spots. We're taking over for the 2022 and 23.
Y'all are wild.
Hey, but hey, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun to watch in the morning. Hey, look, show a love in the comments, hearts, all that. If you're on YouTube, drop love in the comments, like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. Let's talk about how did I have the question worded? It's like, do women do their makeup with the intent of impressing men? Now I know you already kind of answered it, but I actually want to go deeper into it because we men, we genuinely enjoy seeing y'all look good. So when y'all are doing y'all makeup, are y'all like, oh, my man's gonna like this, or the guys out there are gonna like this, or like who are y'all doing it for other than yourself?
Us and other women. I'm gonna be honest. We do it for us and other women. And I'm single. Okay, so I'm single. But I want to see how smooth my skin can look underneath the makeup. I want to see can I obtain a natural glow? I would like for another sister to compliment me on. Yeah, I would like for another sister to compliment me like, wow, it doesn't even look caked up. Wow, your eyes look great, stuff like that. Because those are things that women are interested in. Men aren't interested in it, so we wouldn't be looking for a response from men. We wouldn't be doing that.
That's
We would
interesting.
see. We slay for us. It's us, and actually, yes, sisters approve is yes. It's absolutely important to love on your sister. It is.
Well, from a man's perspective, I like seeing y'all with makeup on.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Very
cool to me.
nice.
For one, there's an artistic aspect to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like obviously, I'm not one who can genuinely judge someone's makeup, but if I see a woman with makeup on, especially if the colors go well with her skin tones, I'm like, damn, her makeup look real good. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit tight.
Right.
So I mean, we be looking.
Oh, so y'all do be looking.
Yeah, we be looking. It matters. That's
okay.
And I think I go ahead.
I was gonna say, like on a scale, I'm gonna give you a scale of 1 to 5. How much do you think men actually like women in makeup? And I'm asking because as of late, probably the last 2 years, men weren't really saying anything about women makeup. But now women get their makeup done for everything. So now, since we're getting our makeup done for everything, and we actually had more time to do it or learn how to during COVID, okay,
Mm-hmm.
now men are really not liking. They want this whole natural. I really like if you don't wear that much, you don't have to. The first thing is you don't have to wear makeup, but you met me with makeup, and you like that.
Mm-hmm.
So on the scale of 1 to
Mm-hmm.
5, is there an importance to men about women makeup?
Yes, I would say probably like a 3.5 or a 4, just depending on the man,
Are you serious?
right? However, yes, I'm dead serious. And there's a whole nother aspect to the makeup thing, right? Um, we like to see y'all with makeup, and we also like to see y'all's natural beauty. You know how women talk about like they'll go to 7-Eleven to the store with no makeup on, no with their bonnet and they pajamas, and they like all these dudes trying to holler at me. That's because we actually appreciate y'all on both aspects. We appreciate the natural beauty, and we also appreciate the makeup. So yes, now there's another aspect to this men appreciating women's makeup type of thing. We now live in this world where there are men who can dress up like women and look more womanly than women, right? But naturally, they can't look as beautiful as a woman, right?
Right, right.
So I think there's a thing where if it's not blatantly obvious that this is a woman, but this person has their makeup done really well, I'd just rather be like, no, if I have to ask, I'm not too worried about it. I'll pass. So I think there's an aspect to that too. I think that aspect plays a role.
I like the answer that Mimi said.
Yeah,
That
let's go
men
back. What
like
did she
when
say?
women put effort into their look.
That too. Yep. That's absolutely true.
Yeah,
That is absolutely true.
yeah. So
So, oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna be honest. I can appreciate if a gentleman, or if there is a transgender, if that's their lifestyle and they look good doing it, I'm a compliment you. I'm like, God dang, And
Right.
then, and honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, it kind of sends you into not competition, but you want to see, wow, can I do that for a woman? We want to
Right.
see, how can I paint this nose out? That's my new word, paint. I want to snatch my nose. I want to make that thing look skinny, like a needle. I'm not into needle
Mm-hmm.
noses, but because that's just not my aesthetic. But at the same time, yeah, I want to see if I can do that. I want to see if I can make my eye look like that. I want to see if I can make my nose. I want to see if I can make my lips look like that. Yeah, it's not competition, but we want to see if we can do it too. You know what? Because they say they want to see if they can do it like us. You know?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a compliment to beauty. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's and I agree with that because I mean, even as a man, like you could see I don't know. I'm not trying to go down that rabbit hole with the labels and all of that, but you appreciate art
Mhm.
and all of that for itself. But as a man, if I'm about to approach, I gotta know. So that's what I'm saying. If I have to ask that question, I'm like, never mind. I'll move on.
Let me ask you a question.
The makeup's really nice though. You did a great job. You know
Okay.
what I'm
Okay, you know
saying?
what? Let me tell you, I was about to ask you that. If if in fact you knew that it was a gentleman wearing makeup and it looked nice to you,
Hmm.
are you able to compliment that person about it?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't think I'm quite there yet. I could say it to
Okay.
myself and be like, now I could probably tell someone else in conversation about it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I were talking to you on the phone, like, man, I just came from 7-Eleven. I seen this dude with makeup on, like his makeup looked better than yours. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not at the point where I could go up to him and be like,
And like
hey,
personally,
cuz,
yeah.
I like your makeup.
I
You know what
respect
I'm
that.
saying?
I
That's
respect
just
that.
that's just the honesty. Boondock says, and I forgot how he put it because he said, thickness is
Who's
all the
this?
cosmetic a woman needs. Wear that proudly, ladies. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Me and Boondocks, we love the thickums.
Molly. Hey, Molly.
Appreciate natural booty. I mean beauty. Yeah, pushes the artistry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold on. So let's get into let's get into the art aspect of it, right? Because like I said before, my wife, my mother-in-law, everybody has been waiting for this interview, and we want to know, how in the world do you become these characters? The Chucky, the Grinch, the DMX, the Charlie Browns. How does that happen?
I study them. I study them. I studied them until I have gotten it into me that I'm going to be that character. The Dr. Seuss, that one was very challenging because the hair that I attached to my face for the beard or the cat hair here,
Mm-hmm.
it was synthetic. And I didn't know what would make synthetic hair adhere to skin. Let me
Mm-hmm.
tell you, it was dreadful because I thought it was going to be regular latex. Latex helps things adhere like quickly and dry down quickly. Latex didn't do it. Do you know what helped me glue their hair together?
What's
Lash
that?
glue. I had tons of lash glue on my face in this synthetic hair. I even have a removal video on TikTok. I wanted someone to help me. I needed help applying it and I needed help taking it off. It was dreadful, but that's why I had to come. I was doing a live. I had to come off the live and figure it out. Had to come off the live and figure it out. And I had to literally do pieces by pieces, pull, apply, pull, apply, pull, apply, until I had enough on there. Now, what helped me is that I blacked my face out behind it so you couldn't see it because
Mm-hmm.
I was in trouble. I was in trouble. I was going to go to work looking like the Cat in the Hat. I was in trouble. I had glue all on my face, all in the name of pulling this look off. I have lost edges with Thanos. Let me tell you, because first of all, people be lying on TikTok. Like,
What they be
I
lying
was
about?
live one time. And I was like, how do I get this off once I put it on? One girl said use alcohol. And I was like, okay. No, it's not alcohol. It's acetone. You take acetone and remove your ball cap with the latex. I mean, melt it down immediately. I lost edges. I ain't showing you because I don't have time and I don't want you to laugh. But I lost some edges. And I was like, okay, I can get away with this. My edges are gone. So it's like you have to know what
Boondock said,
material.
my fault, go ahead.
I was going
Boondock
to
said,
say,
as long as you didn't use Gorilla Glue.
my God, that's your Monday. Let me tell you, homegirl, I can't even speak on it because she made me mad. And this is as a hairstylist because not once did you reach out to a hairstylist. Not once, because you did what you wanted to do for attention. That was, you may have lost your edge, but you never lost your hit him with that girl with the Gorilla Glue. And if you look at her, if you go and look at her like social media, she's not having any good luck. She started a business with that money that she got from all the, it wasn't even endorsements, just people like pouring into her to get help. It's it ain't working. Her working parts not working together. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Well, that's crazy. How do you choose which characters to become?
First of all, I have like a lineup of characters that I can do. And then if I spend too much time on thinking about what I need to have to create the character, I probably won't do it. And then one slips in. Like I wasn't going to do Thanos at all. I wasn't going to do Thanos and all. I figured that out in one day. I was actually looking for the gauntlet at Spirit Halloween store. My favorite store in the world. It's not Nordstrom's or nothing like that. It's Spirit Halloween. It only comes for 30 days a year. I'm in there every day of the month. I'm in there, right? Couldn't find the gauntlet. Went online, couldn't find it. I said, you know what? I'm gonna draw it on my hand. I'm gonna draw the gauntlet on my hand. So I drew the gauntlet. But some things kind of wiggle its way in there. I have a calendar in my room. It's on my wall in my room. And every once in a while, I put what I'm going to do on what day, or I have a list of characters on the side, and some of them make it, some of them don't. But the ones that the ones that you see are the ones that I have really poured into, like either research. I look at the materials that I have to do it, and then I think about like my mindset. Can I do it? And then I see if I can go ahead and bring it out.
That's dope. Mimi wants to know who's your most and least favorite characters.
The one I like the most and the one I like the least. I'm going to say the one I like the most was Chucky.
Chucky was tight.
And I'm gonna tell you why. It's the story behind that one. The one I like the least, I'm going to say, was probably maybe Smurfette. I loved her, but I didn't like her.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
She was my grand finale for Halloween, and then I felt like I could have did a little bit more with her. What I kind of, what I thought of trying to like bring it didn't come forward. I know a lot of people probably wouldn't even know that, but she just didn't. She didn't come out, and I twisted every character for Halloween. So if they were already twisted, I put a little extra, twist on them. But the reason why I like Chucky the most is because I wanted to do Chucky last year, but I didn't have the things to do Chucky. And I'm into the body painting and stuff like that. But I saw so many variations of Chucky's sweater. So I was just like, I don't know which one is authentic. So this year I picked one. It was the right one. And what also made me like Chucky a little bit more is because I wanted to start my Halloween season off on TikTok, as everybody does. And I got banned. I got banned on TikTok for 24 hours because they said that I was like bringing bodily harm to myself with this motion. It was nothing in my hand. It was just this motion. And so, because he stabs people, right?
Yeah, Chucky wild as shit.
Yeah. And so they banned me for 24 hours. And then I'm going to tell you right now, I almost wanted to give up and say, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing my Halloween season on TikTok. I wanted to say that. It was October 10th that the Sci-Fi Channel had messaged me on Instagram and said, hey, we love your Chucky enthusiasm. We would like to show your Chucky enthusiasm on the new Chucky series. Their websites, they show all their social medias, Facebook, commercials and stuff like that. And it was not a position to be paid. And I told them, I said, well, will my name be on my work? I need to see my name on work. And they said, absolutely. And so because that turned around in that short amount of time, even between October 1st and October 10th, I think I only did one other character because I was so blown. I'm like, my account is so small, but y'all looking at me do this and I'm creating bodily harm. So I would probably say Chucky was my favorite one that I've done probably thus far.
Okay, cool. My personal favorite is the Grinch. Wrapped in makeup says, "Oh my God, Smurfette was fire." My wife said the clown was her favorite, especially with the post with the saint from the movie. Mimi said Medusa and the Grinch are her faves. And Boondocks wants to know, have you turned this impressive talent into a business as of yet?
So what it has brought me, I'm gonna go to Boondocks first. What it has brought me is quite a few more eyes. It is a business of mine. I have a website up, and it's Mamie B Makeup Artistry, MamieBMakeupArtistry.com. Yes. And so people they can go there and see the creative side, a couple of beauty pictures or what have you. But yes, it is definitely a business. So my Halloween was I had quite a few people to do for Halloween. I turned someone into Kratos, or some people say Kratos. I turned him into
from the God of War.
I turned him into that. And this guy was 6'7". This guy was 6'7". And I didn't know. When I got to his house, I was like, just, well, Lord, okay, let's do it then. And on top of it, I'm gonna start putting production in my resume, because He bought all these items to make the costume, and he didn't even know how to bring it together. But you know what? Hey, that's what I'm here for. I do it in hair. I do it in makeup. So I'm gonna put production in there. I turn them into Kratos. I turn one of my favorite young ladies during the Halloween season, and I met her last year. I turned into Mystique last year, and then I turned it to Jigsaw, but I gave her a rhinestone face this year. I did a set of twins. They turned 25 on Halloween, and they were actually, the mother was Dorothy. One of them was the Cowardly Lion, then the other one was the Scarecrow, but they just wanted a different look to their thing. So they picked it out and I did it for them. So yes, during the Halloween season, I really would like to just make that all about my clients. Yep. My creativity and then my clients, I would, yes.
So we're gonna hire you for this Halloween for our makeup.
Mamie season.
Yeah, yeah. I was so I wrote your website down, and I don't know if I wrote it down incorrectly or not. So I got MamieMakeupArtistry.com, but you said Mamie B.
Mamie B makeupartistry.com.
MAMIE.
Yes.
B, the letter B, makeupartistry.com.
Yes.
Okay, so this will be in the description box below on YouTube. Another question I had for you, right? So you go through, because I know your process takes hours, right? When you're doing the character sometimes. Is there a point when you're done or you look at yourself in the mirror and it's just weird looking in the mirror and not seeing your face?
It was one that scared the heck out of me. And someone said they liked the clown that I did.
That was my wife, yeah. She said the clown.
That scared the holy sea nuts out of me. Okay, so I am afraid of clowns, period. And for the past couple of years, people, especially my sister, would say, do Pennywise. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. No. I don't like that. I don't like clowns. I don't like clowns, and I don't like Candyman. Okay? Those are not, it's not even a question. Don't think of it.
I'm scared
We're
to
not
death.
doing
I'm
it.
scared to death of Candyman. So
Me too.
Not wrong with that, Barbara.
No. Pennywise, let me tell you, I had to, before I finished Pennywise, I can only get really one contact in there. And let me tell you, Mimi, I love her. She is my heart. Mimi supports me when I tell you the whole entire live, she be there. And I have to ask, like, I'm not too proud to ask the people that are watching, what do you think? What should I do? Should I change? Yes, absolutely. Help me out. Help me bring this look out. I went to the bathroom, and then before I finished it, and I cut the light on. I had to close my eyes, not look in the mirror to use the ladies' room. And then when I took it off, I had to close my eyes to really get the remover into my face to take it off. Even when I took the cap off on the removal for TikTok, I took the cap off first, and the rest of it left my eye with that white. The teeth had resin in it so it can stay in my mouth. I had to get that out of my mouth. Y'all, I was so ugly. Pennywise is so creepy. I can't, no, I don't, no more. I don't think I would.
So let me ask you this, because you do makeup, I'm assuming you put like a lot on your skin. You put your skin through a lot. Do you have like a custom skincare process that you do to keep your skin looking, nice and beautiful?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Actually, it's pretty minimal. So certain times of the month I may do a peel. Certain times of the month I may do a clay mask with the bentonite clay and mix it with ACV and turmeric sometimes. But ultimately, my everyday regimen is to clean my face with Cetaphil. I use a toner. I use the Fenty line, the fat water, and I use the hydrating lotion, lotion that goes with it. Let me see what else. My daily routine is to use Cetaphil, a toner and the hydrating skin lotion. But other than that, no. I use niacinamide. I use hyaluronic acid um every other day. And niacinamide, that is something that we all should be using, men and women, because if you have any spots on your face, it helps to even it out.
What
Okay.
is it called? I'm gonna put it in my old phone. What is it called?
Niacinamide,
How you spell that?
niacinamide.
Masad.
Just put niacinamide. It is like that.
I am a side. It's not in
Niacinamide.
there.
I'm probably
Okay.
putting 500 syllables in there, but it's niacinamide and hyaluronic acid. Those can probably be in like your daily routine. It doesn't build up.
Okay.
It doesn't. It actually absorbs into your skin really well. Hyaluronic acid keeps your face nice and supple, because
Mm.
the more melanin you have, the more suppleness you have. You don't get a lot of wrinkles and stuff like that. But yeah, probably those three things are my favorite thing. Probably Cetaphil, my Fenty line, and either niacinamide or hyaluronic acid. I use it almost every day. I don't use anything
Mimi.
super spectacular.
Okay, got you. Well, I got the niacinamide, and what was the other one called? Niacinamide, and what was the other
Hyaluronic
one?
acid.
Hyaluronic acid.
Yes, it's H. Thank you, Mimi. Mimi put niacinamide. Nice. See, I put 500 syllables in there.
Yeah, well,
And the
thickness is
hyaluronic,
supple too.
yeah, and and definitely a toner. But I don't use anything spectacular. And what helps me a little bit more is that the products that I put on my face, they're all water activated.
Okay.
So I don't use a lot of creams. Hyaluronic. Thank you, Mimi. I don't use a lot of creams because creams sometimes have a lot of oil in them. And I'm already
Okay.
oily, already have oily skin. So no, I don't need anything to hype it up. Mm-mm.
See, I got dry skin, and I get this dryness right here around my nose. So what I'll do is I'll take some lotion and just put some right there and put some right there and let it sit for a while. Then I'll rub it in, and it goes away for a few days, but then it always comes back.
So you probably need to do it more, because what happens is that your skin cells, they keep regenerating, and it's trying to recover all the time. So if you get in
Hmm.
the practice of probably moisturize, that's the word, moisturizer. If you get in the habit of moisturizing more often, you probably won't see those little dry spots and stuff like
Okay.
that. They'll probably go away.
The only thing I've ever really done in terms of skin is Neutrogena has this face soap that works really well.
Is it
So
a
like when I was
bar?
going, yeah, it's like a bar. It's like a bar. Yeah, it's a bar. Like it's real hard. Like it's got sharp corners in it and everything.
Ugh.
And I remember when I was a teenager and I was going through getting like little bumps and stuff, I used that, and it always made my skin feel like really refreshed and stuff. But other than that, I just take the lotion, be like, boop 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 boop.
It was
You know what I'm
probably
saying?
drying you out.
The soap,
It's probably
just
a lot of soaps, even though like these manufacturers create these
hmm.
soaps and stuff, um, you probably want to get something more liquidy.
Okay,
Soaps,
such as
you can use a Neutrogena liquid soap if you want to. A liquid cleanser, like liquid cleanse soaps tend to dry. If you're already dry, it can dry you out even more. Or if you are like I have oily skin, if I use it and if I use this 7 days straight, I will be dry. I will be too dry instead of it going
okay,
in and dry me out a little bit. But I still moisturize even though I'm oily. So my skin won't have to keep trying to recover. To keep trying to recover. So that's what you don't want to do, because sometimes you can make it worse. Try a
okay. Well,
liquid
yeah. When I would
cleanser.
use, I will. When I would use it, once I was done, I would put like some cocoa butter on my face to moisturize. But hey, you know better than I do. So,
But you know why you
going
put the
back to,
cocoa butter on there? Because it's heavy.
I don't know. That's the lotion I was using at the time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it shit could have been Jergens. I'm a guy. You know, I'm a guy. You know what I'm
But
saying?
men, like men are taking care of their skin. It's no problem.
No, I'm not. But I'm just saying we're not
Give
as
your
that's
wife
not
some
something that
glowy
we're as
cheeks.
into.
Let her see your
I
glowy
think
cheeks.
I think I glow. Hey, Lil, don't you think I glow a little bit? Tell her in the comments if I glow. I think I be glowing. Not when I'm around the house though. She probably be like, "Man, I'm tired of this dude in these gym shorts and them dusty blue t-shirts with the pocket on her. So I have a little hole right in the pocket. You know how it is. Well, when you get married, she be like, "Well, you can't go nowhere." So it don't matter.
You locked in. You locked in. Whatever you came in with, that's what we dealing with. I understand.
Hey, Boondock said, he said something funny. He said, Mary tried to make her regimen sound simple, but it sounds like a chemistry class. I was like,
But only
Messiah,
he
bitch.
would
Like,
pick,
what?
only he would say that though. Only he would
Hold
say
on, hold on. Somebody, do you know Babyface Evie?
Babyface. Me? Mm-mm. What's your
No.
government name?
Yeah, I know, right? They asking, they requesting to join, and I don't think I know. What I'm saying I always, it's up to my guests whether or not we let somebody jump on. But
No, I don't know that. I don't know that person.
all right, let us know who you are in the comments. We can see what's up. Something that I did want to ask you because I just curious, do you ever get like negative feedback? Not constructive criticism, but do you ever get like real live like negative feedback?
Yeah.
Really? Why?
Yeah.
How?
So art just is. Art isn't wrong or right. It's either you
Mm-hmm.
like it or you don't.
Right.
It's not, there is not a wrong or right answer to art. But what I have found, I'm gonna be honest, the reason why I like doing makeup on the Facebook side is because one, I can see how people go in and out. I may get a compliment, I may not. But I feel like I get my more genuine people on Facebook. And these are
Mm-hmm.
people probably already know what I do, or if they haven't seen me in a while, they'll be like, oh, wow, I didn't know you did that. If I go to other, like, I have not really established a live audience on Instagram. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have, the last time I went live on Instagram was January 2021. That was the last time I went live. Um, and I have not like built a live audience there. When I go to TikTok, I only go to TikTok at night live, like late. But when I tell you, I don't know if it's kids, I don't know if it's just people who just want to be crass, or they always want to
Mm-hmm.
be in opposition of, but um I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of TikTok going live. I'm not. If I do it, it'll probably be daytime when kids are in school or when people probably can't get on. But late night when people laying in bed don't have anything to do, they will probably find the most beautiful thing and make it not pretty. You know what I'm saying? They say little
Yeah.
things, or some of the comments are really like awful, and when they become offensive, I just, oh, okay, if that's what you think, just kind of blow them off, and then they get mad and they're gone. But
Right.
I like my Facebook people because I feel like I get my most genuine answers there. Like someone asked me on Facebook earlier today, why didn't I do pick another TikTok song for my video? Well, I couldn't find it. It was the honest God truth, but it is what it is. It's already done. What am I do?
Right.
So I get it here and there sometimes. It's okay. I could deal with it.
I just I just wondered, you know what I'm saying? Because I think you're the best that I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? So if there's somebody better out there, I haven't come across it. So that's why I just like, damn, how could you? There's nothing negative to be said in
I
my opinion. You could be like, I
appreciate
like
it.
this one more than the other, but like I'm not jumping on your joint like, oh, this is trash. Like, no, that's bullshit. You a hater.
I want to say that so I judge a makeup contest. I'm on a judging panel, and I think a couple of them are in here. I'm on a judging panel every Sunday for a makeup company called Blended Cosmetics. And you guys, this is probably one of the most major things I've done in my life, because I'm seeing people who like the things that I like. And so
Mm,
it keeps me going forward in my creativity at the same time. But these young ladies, they slay. Like, if you're saying I'm the best that you've ever seen, you probably haven't seen anyone else. You know what I'm saying? But these young ladies, when I tell you, they put their heart and soul into creating looks to slay another day. So it's generally based off the form of next top model. So we call it the next top
Mm.
slay. And we
Okay.
we critique them, we add value to them, we ask them questions and everything like that, just to see how far they've gone. Do they think they've done their best? Is this your best work? Anything. But I think more so the passion that follows their answers and stuff like that. It's amazing that their attitudes are really, really positive, because this isn't easy. It's not easy on a live every Sunday and you're allowing 6 and 7 people to critique your work and
Right.
give you a score.
Right.
So it's one of the best things I've probably done thus far.
So
They,
how do we that where y'all do that? Y'all do that on Facebook Live, or like how can
you,
we watch that?
so I will, they can actually, I actually post it every Sunday at 7 o'clock. We start at 7. So I
Okay.
posted to my page. And you can also go to Blended Cosmetics or the Slay Room. You would have to be accepted as a member. But if you go to Blended Cosmetics, you can absolutely see all these ladies slay. It is the best. Actually, Shannon, can you put it in the comment where they can find us on Facebook, because we do it on Facebook for
Yeah,
right
y'all,
now.
put it in there, and then that way, so the rest of us can pop in and see what's going on
It's
and see all these.
relaxing. It's exciting. It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing.
Mm. So you recently had a birthday, right?
Yeah.
Hey, so happy belated birthday to you.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you
dope.
so
You know what I'm
much.
saying? Birthdays, another trip around the sun. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
It was hot too.
It was hot.
It was
Did
hot.
you win
Not
somewhere?
No, I'm just saying that the whole trip, the whole year, the whole past year.
Oh, the trip around the sun.
Yeah, it was a lot of things.
There's a lot going
Yeah,
on.
there's a lot going on.
There's a whole lot going on planet Earth. The aliens looking
My
at us like, oh
gosh.
boy, boy. Jesus Christ, boy.
This is one year I was not to forget.
Season 2021, 2022 off the chain. This
Oh
been
my
like
God.
the fourth season of Power out this.
Baby, let me tell you. Woo. Yeah, it was a lot.
At MK underscore blended on Facebook. Cool, cool, cool. So, and you recently retired, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yo, what's up? So, like, okay, so I got a pension job. I'm a cop. So, I got 10 years and change. It's probably like 10 years and 363 days, but I say 10 years because it makes me feel better about it before I can retire.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel to be retired, to be like, I finished a whole career?
I think the biggest word is finished. Like, I felt like I completed something. Like, I did something in its entirety. Like, 25 is a lifetime these days. Um, but I felt like I could breathe. When I woke up and felt like I didn't have to, because this past year, I had been giving my clients not hints. I'm flat out telling them, hey, I need you guys to start looking for a stylist. Hey, you guys, I cannot recommend you to any, because I felt like I was one of the last of the Mohicans to
Mm-hmm.
retire or change careers. And I came from a salon where, because of COVID, we're not all working together, but they know them. And I said, hey, look, you're more than welcome to stay here at this salon, but I don't know. You would have to make that choice and ask them to do your hair. I'm not doing it, because I don't want my
Mm.
clients to feel like I've put them into someone's hands that, oh, they don't really do. Or if I recommend you out of the salon, oh my God, I can't believe you sent me to that person. So no, I want you to go somewhere and feel comfortable with whoever
Right.
you chose. But yeah, 25 years. It was fun. It was arduous. It was it was captivating at times. It was rewarding at times. I've done quite a few things that I didn't think I would ever do But you always, I've been to New York Fashion Week twice. The first time was to do makeup. I mean, the first time was to do hair, and I was the key artist. Like, I didn't even find out. I was, okay, so let me tell you about New York Fashion Week. New York Fashion Week, if you have ever been invited there, one, you do not get paid. It is a great resume builder. You don't get paid. No, you don't get paid. Now, okay. So, and I went with the school. Okay. So I'm on the bus. We getting close in there, coming from the Holland Tunnel. We getting in close down there. And I'm like, someone hands me a book. And I'm like, oh, what is this? And I became the key artist. That means that all the styles that the designer wants is in this book, that I have to help or tell or direct these young women to do these styles. That's what a key artist does. The same thing in makeup. Now, I was not the key artist in makeup. I went to accompany someone. I had a blast. This was right before COVID came in. I went February 2020. I went to New York to do makeup. But being a key artist and being known as that on your resume, I don't know much. I don't know how much more you can say as far as your career. Where else can you go?
Right.
Where else can
Right.
you
That's
go?
like the pinnacle, right?
Yeah. And, you know, like I've been stealing this word lately. It's called Neha status. Now, you know, I feel like I was there. Neha status is you can't go no more. You at the pinnacle. Like you said, you have the pinnacle. It's nowhere else to go but stay here, but don't drop, you know?
Right.
Don't, you know, stay there and enjoy it. And yeah, that's where I was. I was blown, completely blown. Mm-hmm.
So you retired. What's next? Where do we go from here?
Can I be absolutely honest?
Hold on, real quick before you go. This is the place to be honest. So
Whew, I still gotta work.
okay, that's cool.
So I think when you tell people you're retired, no, that's the end of one thing to start or have a journey somewhere else. That just means
Right.
I'm not in this era. I'm not in this realm anymore. That's what that means. It doesn't mean you stop completely doing anything. My sister laughing, but but that was never my intention to just stop, sit on my tail and do whatever. Now I would love to sit home and create all day. But
Mm-hmm.
right now that's not a realistic view for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have bills. I don't have a sponsor. You know, I'm not married where someone can hold it for a little bit and I could just sit and relax. No, I had a part-time job. I'm still working there. Now I don't work every day, which is the blessing of it all, that I can be home creating and doing looks and going and working, going traveling, doing makeup. I have that luxury right now, but ultimately, yeah, bills got to be paid. Lights got to stay on,
Yeah.
you
The
know?
lights got to stay on
Yeah.
so you can keep doing what you do. But yeah, that's I just look at it like, man, like to do something for 25 years and then, you retire or walk away from it or however you choose to do it, that just deserves all the praise and claps and all of that stuff. Because it takes, like I said, I'm in the mix of it. I'm on year 14 and I'm like, man, this is a gauntlet, like a real live gauntlet. You know what I'm saying? So to make it through, it's just
To
amazing
make
to
it
me.
through. To make it through. I mean, I worked in the best of places and I worked in the not so best of places, right? But I
Mm-hmm.
knew ultimately, first I want to say this first and foremost. My sister was the first one who started doing hair between the both of us. Generally, it's in her blood. It wasn't in my blood. I was like, I don't want to stand up and be on my feet all day doing hair. But then I had a child. I had a child at 19. I needed to make some quick
Mm.
money. So I went to school. And that I'll say that creativity started coming out again. And so, I mean, at that point, and so I stayed with it. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even know how much money I've made in my career. But
Mm.
it got to the point where, you know, I didn't go back to college. I stayed doing hair because guess what? It's right here in front of me. It's easy at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go
Right.
back to college. Um, and being asked to do special projects, whether they were runway shows and all this. I feel like that was a part of my career. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with this. This is where I want to be. But it wasn't consistent. No one's having a runway show every day, stuff like that. And so I did things that was well in my career. However, it was getting to the point where my son graduated high school, and I've gotten to that point of graduating high school. My son is on his way. He started getting his jobs, and now my son is in the military. He's taking care of himself. He's doing a great job. He's being productive, and he's progressing in his life. He loves his life. He's doing great. He's doing very well. Now it's time for me to do what I want to do. I have to take care of me. I have to take care of me and do what I want to do and make me happy.
Right.
Well,
I salute you.
Thank you.
For all your efforts. I didn't even know you had any kids, for real. So like I said, this is the first time we're having a conversation. So it's kind of cool. And that's what I like about doing the show is some people I know and other people I don't. You just meet people and it's like, wow, these people are just so interesting and inspirational.
Yeah.
So I don't want Instagram to cut me off. Instagram ain't letting me go 2 hours. So have you watched my show the whole way through? Have you seen the ending of my show before?
I seen it last week and I was rolling when you were doing. Are you about to do the top 5?
You about to get your top 5? You got your top 5 ready for me? All right, cool. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the top 5, and then we're gonna end it. And if you want to continue going, and if you want to keep going, then we could come back and start another live and have a part 2. If you're ready to go chill, that's fine too. So you let me know. Top 5 dead or alive. 5 people, you don't have to rank them 1 through 5. Five people you would like to sit down and have a conversation with. They could be dead or alive, real or fictional.
Dead or alive, real or fictional.
Dead or alive, real or fictional.
Martin Luther King.
Martin, okay.
Malcolm X at the same table. I would like them two at the same table.
I might if you need an extra spot, you might be the first person I give 6. Because a lot of people say Martin and Malcolm, but they never say they want them together. So I like that.
Together.
You got Martin, you got Malcolm. I like that. Respect.
I would say Marcus Garvey because I don't know a whole lot. And I would really like to sit in. Yes, Marcus Garvey. Superman. You said real or fictional, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I heard you said Superman. Okay, cool.
I want to know, is he really the strongest in the universe? Like
he can be getting his ass handed to him sometimes.
But when Doom took him out, remember Doom took him out.
Mm-hmm.
He came back in. Superman came back in. Doom no nobody come back in after Doom. Okay.
Right.
Superman. Mm-hmm. What is that, 4?
That's 4.
That's 4. And one more. Oh. See the thumb?
Mm-hmm.
Jason.
I
have a very dark side to me. And I know it comes to Voorhees.
Yo, that is dope.
Don't bring your mama in here. Take your mask off. I want to see them worms in your face. And I want you to use your words, Jason. And I want to know, my guy,
are you always mad? Your therapist couch?
Huh?
You gonna put Jason on your therapist couch?
I want to know. Let me say you on this creepy shit. Let me tell you. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I do makeup, it always start out looking pretty, and then it goes left. Like I can't think of doing something creative without it. It goes left. So that's why I said, let me just kind of stay in this special effects kind of like thing. Look, I want to know why you always mad, Jason. Did those kids make you mad because you were really ugly? Like, he was picked on. I wasn't bullied.
I
I
know the
wasn't
story.
bullied, but baby, you ain't that mad.
He mad.
Um,
And he be hacking them.
oh, he kills them dead. He kills them over and over.
Hold on real quick. So Libby's my 5-year-old. I have three beautiful daughters. I have Jalen,
Have girls.
Liberty, and Infinity. Oh, I'm a girl dad, right? And Libby says she likes your hair and makeup. Now Libby has gotten into this thing where at least once or twice a week she likes for me to do her makeup. And I don't know what prompted her. I don't know if
How
my wife
old
was
is
at work one
she?
day. She's 5. She'll be 6 next month, and she just comes up to me like, she be like, "Can I do makeup?" I'll be like, "Yeah, go ahead." She be like, "I want you to do it." So I'm in here trying to
Ooh.
blend colors.
Can I tell you where that comes from?
Please do.
First, at the top of the list, she trusts you with everything.
Mm,
She trusts you with everything.
that's what's up.
She
That's what's
already
up.
has something in her mind that her dad can help her with, and you're the only one that can do it. See, I
Somebody
have
said
a
she rabbit me,
boy.
rabbit me around the finger.
My son's 27. There are no girls to do this with. Like, I have a niece, she's 17, but she's not close to me. I
Mm.
love my girls. Mm-hmm.
So what we gonna do? We gonna keep going, or we gonna you gonna ask me a question and then we're gonna be done. You let me know.
Okay. Now, I think that you said, I'm going to ask you a question. I
Okay,
think,
absolutely.
I think that you said that you were a police officer.
Yeah, I've been a cop for 14 years and a few days, but it was counting.
14 years. Okay. What
Mm.
prompted you to go into that area?
Oh man. Whew. So I was working at the grocery store on Andrews Air Force Base, and I became a cop when I was 25. So that means I kind of started the process when I was 24. So right around 23, 24 is where I kind of started to get that inkling, like, okay, you're not going to college, you don't have a degree, you're not a genius or anything like that. You're gonna have to do something. But I ain't never really liked cops, right? Like that's just not how we're not really brought up to like. I wasn't brought up to dislike them, but it's just like I'm trying to be no cop, right? Hey,
Mm-hmm.
baby, and this is Libby right here, real quick. Libby, don't knock the table over, baby. Jesus Christ, man. Hold on. Let's see.
It's okay,
Libby.
Libby.
She said it's okay. So that's Libby.
Hi. Oh, she's a doll baby. That's your twin.
Yeah, that's one of my twins. All of my kids, all three of them look like me.
Oh my gosh. She's a
So,
doll.
thank you. She can't hear you because I got that thing on. She said you're a dog. Oh, you can hear her? Oh, she's eavesdropping. So, yeah, that's Libby. So that's next time I do her makeup, I promise y'all I'll do it. I'll do her little eyes and I put a little lip gloss on and it be all shiny and then I'll post it and I'll tag you to it. So
Yes.
cool. Um, and my father came home one day from work and he was like, "Hey son, Maryland Park, police hiring. You need to go ahead and put in the application." And I was kind of like Craig, like, ain't trying to be no dog catcher, you know what I'm saying? Like, but, and that's what's so cool, about having a father. You take when they give you advice, you take it, whether you agree
Yeah.
with it at the time or not. And so he planted that seed. It kind of sat on my brain a little bit, and then I was just like, you know what? you know, I'm a honest person, you know what I'm saying? I enjoy helping people. I absolutely love driving, right? Like I could drive all day long. So I was like, man, you know what? I'm about to go ahead and do it and see what happens. And being a cop today is different because I've been in it for 14 years, right? So policing 14 years ago up to today is completely different. So I've gone through the different phases because of a lot of the things that have happened, right? And now, from a police perspective, it's actually pretty easy because they really don't want us to police. So
Mm.
it's like when you need me, call me. And I think that helps in some ways, but I think it hurts in others. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, so yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Um, I have family members in that same, like, job field. But um, are you, do you feel like you're able to freely, not with us, or not even with your family, do you feel like as a police officer now, today, do you feel like you're able to freely express yourself on some of the things that are related to cops and citizens and
No,
some of these court dealings and stuff?
no, and I mean, it's from both sides, right? I don't feel like I can fully express my police perspective because someone on this side is going to be offended. And I can't
Mm-hmm.
fully express my black man perspective because someone on this side
Mm-hmm.
is going to be offended. And that's just the world that we live in. And I always tell people if if you want to see the same outcome from 10 to 20 different instances, and you always find yourself on the same side of the argument, your bias is inhibiting your ability
Mm-hmm.
to correctly assess the situation, right? But we live in this world now where if I disagree with you, I'm an extremist or you're an extremist. And it's like, no, I look at the facts. This is what I surmise. You can't kneel on a man's neck for 9 minutes, right? Like
Yeah.
you can't do that shit, right? Like
Right.
cops, we all brothers, but it's certain shit you just can't do, right? But then you also can't if you look at another case, like you can't fight two police officers, punch them in the face, steal their taser, try to tase them, and think they not gonna shoot you, dog. Like, but if I express that on either point, it's easy to be like, oh, he's saying that because he's a black guy, or he's saying that because he's a cop. Like, no, I'm saying that because I got common sense.
That's what I was going to ask you about and this is my last question. I'm gonna get off of that.
Yeah, it's all
But
good.
how strong are you? How strong do you feel like I'm gonna say accusations? Um,
Mm-hmm.
how strong do you feel the accusations with um I'll say black cops in a situation, white cops in a situation, whereas a white cop will let another, you know, white person go or not use as much force as opposed to on someone black, and then a black cop not using that much force on someone who's white because it may be a little bit more, they may be come down, they may come down, they may, the job may come down on them a little bit more, um dealing with someone
Hmm.
who is.
I don't know because at my job we have a lot of black cops. We got a lot of cool white cops, and we have some assholes, right? But the crazy thing is, it's like you got some black cops that'll punish the shit out of black people. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you got white cops that are kind of like, nah, yo, like it's cool, it's chill. It's just, and being a police officer, right? One thing I think that the public may have a hard time grasping, right? When you caught up in the moment, when you in the mix, if you fight somebody that's on PCP or you dealing with something, your life on the line, man, I don't give a damn what color you are. Like, I just want this shit to stop. You know what I'm saying? I just want it to end. I hope that answers your question, but we in the DMV. You drive through DC, it's a whole bunch of black cops. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's more difficult for the the racist white cop to do what he may be able to do in
Hmm.
other places as opposed to here because there's a whole line of people that he has to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Whereas
Okay.
if you end up in some places, it might be easier for race to play a role. Does that answer your question?
But is it always priority? Is it that sensitive where it's always at the top as a question in like these scenarios, like these things, these situations that we see? Is it always in the top five to deal with
Is
as
what
far as
always in the top five?
racism?
I don't think I understand your. I don't think I understand your question.
As far as force being used, is it always in the top
Mhm.
5, or is it always I don't want to say an excuse or a reason? Is it always a reason the way they handle someone? Is that questioned?
Is race? You're asking me, does race play a factor to when an officer decides to use a certain amount of force?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Thank you.
From my experience, no.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think I what I think happens is I think a broader conversation could be had about police and the amount of force that we use and the amount of force that we are allowed to use. I
Mm-hmm.
think that the hot topic is when a white officer uses arguably excessive force on a black person and then it becomes front page news. So that's what we discuss. But plenty of officers all across the country use force correctly every day, and then there's others who don't. But it's not front page news if some hillbilly white cop uses excessive force on some hillbilly white citizen. Nobody cares. It's
Right.
not a hot topic. So I think that, you know, most cops go about their day and they do the right thing. Um, a small percentage don't. And if the suspect or the victim in that particular case happens to be black, these news outlets, they can run with it. So they pumping that same thing into you over and over and over again. And you're like, damn, why does this keep happening to us? And I'm like, well, we could probably have a better conversation about whether or not we as officers should be able to use a particular level of force based on this person's actions. But if we're just going to hone in and make black people think this is only happening to black people,
Black people.
no, people get their ass kicked by the police on a regular basis,
Yeah.
whether justified or not. So that's just something that's kind of tough to traverse because, you know, my department is they strict on us. We'd rather not, to be honest, we'd rather not deal with you. Don't break the law, leave us alone. We'll leave you alone and we'll say, hey, how you doing, and keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that's not to say that there are no racist police officers and that none of it's never been motivated
Right.
by race. But I think it's very difficult to say, okay, well, if the suspect was white, how would this have played out differently? We would have to go and find a similar situation where his actions were almost the exact same and these officers had the same training. It's just so much. It's just
I
so much
bet.
to it. But it's a lot, you know. That's why I said 10 years and 362 days, and I could go be a makeup artist.
Start with Libby.
I was talking with Libby. Libby wants you to make her up, so we got to hook up. But you say you in Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so you right up the road. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna hook up with you sometime, so we can meet in person, and you can make a. This is what I want to do. I want to get you to make me a character for an interview.
You can't see me, but I'm doing the centipede, the little, the. I would love to.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. You can make me a character. That'd be so dope.
That would be fun. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you know, I appreciate you sitting down with me. I'm always fearful of Instagram cutting me off. My first ever interview, they cut me off at an hour, but now they let me go a little longer. So I guess I'm getting a little bit of clout. Um, if y'all don't follow Mamie, follow Mamie. She's MSMAYMIBEATS on Instagram. Follow her. If you're not following her, follow me. If you're not following me, um, visit her website. Donate to the website. It's MamieBMakeupArtistry.com.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah, y'all donate there. And if y'all not subscribed to my YouTube, please go subscribe. I'm building this thing from the ground up. So, Mamie, you are officially a part of the What's Up With You fam. I got your number locked in my phone. If you need me, if you ever need anything, you get pulled over, you say, hey, my best friend's a cop. You can call me. I'm like, yeah, that's my sister.
Oh, that's my best friend. Mm-hmm. I appreciate that so much.
Cool, cool, cool. Anything else you want to get off your mind or your heart before we sign off? Oh, I got it.
I do
Go
want
ahead,
to
I'm
say
listening.
something. And and this is in reference to a small conversation I overheard today. I was ear hustling.
Mm-hmm. Nothing wrong with that. That's what we do.
That support doesn't always mean money. Support doesn't always mean money. Like, I know I do not have my services are not tangible. I don't have a product. I don't have merch. I don't have those things. But the support that I very much welcome is liking, sharing, and commenting, as with Marcello, right? Though that kind of support goes a long way. You don't know who has seen it once you share. You don't know what platform it's ended up on. You don't know where his name has traveled to. You don't know those places, because as soon as you say support to, friends and family, automatically be like, I don't really wear that much makeup, or, I don't know. It's cool to look at, but I don't know if I want to do it. It's always those type of things that kind of stop people from supporting. And if, I'm just going to put it out there, if Black people stop thinking that support is money, maybe they would do it more. I don't like that we are the first ones to always stand back when it comes up in a room or in a conversation. It's like, oh, you like it so much, you like what I do so much, but then I would really like the support, and then it's just like, I ain't got no money. I didn't ask. But you just don't know where Marcello's name may end up. You don't know. Right. It just needs to land. It just needs to land in the right eyesight, the right room to hear, for him to go forward.
That's 100. So, Miss Mamie Beats, we love you. We appreciate you. If you're watching this live on Instagram, we about to end this. So what you could do is go support her. Go support me, Marcello Bradley. What's up with you on YouTube? And we could just do this all again in a couple of months, and we could have a whole. You could hit me up, and we could pick a topic, and we could do something, or we could go live, and we can catch up in real life, and we could both go live, and you could make me up.
Absolutely.
That's what's up. I absolutely appreciate you. I've enjoyed this interview.
I appreciate
This is gonna premiere tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. on my YouTube channel. I'll be there in the live chat. So if y'all want to come hang out in the morning, breakfast, bacon and eggs, and Miss Mamie Beats, y'all be there. Boondocks, we're gonna get you back in here too. All right, Mamie. Oh, can we see the painting? They want to see the painting that's behind you.
Well, I ain't do it, but I'm gonna see if I can pull my ring light back, and you guys can see it. It's actually a young lady. Okay, so I bought this tapestry, and I thought it was gonna fill up or like just cover one whole wall. And let me move the chair. But it didn't. It came short. Like, I knew my measurements, but I must have been wrong. So it's actually a young lady drinking wine, and she has on a Dickie skirt with a little Hello Boo Boo Kitty keychain. She got her nails done over here. Oh, you can't see it, but she got her nails done and everything. You ever see her tattoo? So in essence, it's me.
No, that's hot. We didn't. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna set it up so that we can have another conversation more about your personal life and who you are as a person outside of makeup. We're gonna talk about relationships, and that'll be next time.
Yeah, I love that.
All right.
Yep.
Cool. Hey, bat lashes and Build-A-Bears. Hey, we out, y'all.
Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Right. Peace out.